Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. It's Monday night in Trinidad and Tobago. The Christmas is approaching very fast, very fast. But nevertheless, throughout Trinidad and Tobago, there's sale. There's goodies to be given away. Charitable act is being committed all over Trinidad and Tobago around the Christmas time. You know, but it's sad that we don't see it all through the year. It's sad. But nevertheless. So viewers, I am Saeed. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali live on Synergy Network from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. live. And a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So remember, viewers, I'm a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. Those of you who are looking to be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union and get 4% on our fixed deposit, it's not a problem. Remember that. So these are our numbers on screen, viewers. Our office open from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. On Saturdays, it's 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. So remember, viewers, at Real Talk, you can get 4% on our fixed deposit. I often say in Trinidad and Tobago, we are the only financial institution in this country that is paying 4% on our fixed deposit. You could check it with your banker at any point in time. Any point in time. Now, Real Talk also is a licensed money lender. I'm a licensed money lender. You're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. We make it so easy for you that within 24 hours you can have access to finance. Once you meet your criteria. On your criteria is just collateral, you know. House, land, vehicle, gold. It's the simplest thing in Trinidad and Tobago that almost each and every individual have a vehicle. That is how easy it is. So remember, viewers, this is our phone number on screen. Feel free to call the office between 8:30 and 4:30. Set up an appointment. Come down and meet us. So Trinidad and Tobago, remember Real Talk Reckon Service is now available to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And you can contact us at 267-7325. That is now our number, viewers, 267-7325. Real Talk Reckon Service and transportation is now available to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Even for company purpose, you need a transport? Not a problem. Imagine that truck that you are seeing on television, we even toting a 25-seater maxi. That is to tell you, a 25-seater maxi we toting on that truck. We reckon you from anyway. Let's say only by accident we meet. No, sometimes we need something to transport. We ride there. You could contact me at 339-1670 or 267-7325. Remember those two numbers, viewers, for transportation available. You have something to move from point A to point B, you can contact us. You have a 25-seater maxi shut down or again accident, and there's no other record to move that, contact Real Talk. We're moving that for you. So, Real Talk, hey, I am proud to say tonight that last week, Thursday, I got my final document from Guyana to open Real Talk Finance and Investment in Guyana. I'm proud of that. Real Talk is going over the waters now. Not with just real estate, you know, but with equipment rental. Real Talk Finance and Investment will be launching its doors in Guyana come January. So, we fly in. As they say, the wise will always keep getting ideas to always be on top. When you are a leader, you would inspire individuals who are coming into, into the business world. You would inspire the younger ones to reach for goals and not give up. Now, I'm going to tell you something. People, they say, oh, you fail and you fail and you fail and you fail. Failure is part of success. I want to let you understand that failing is part of success. When life throws a lemon at you, what you going to do? Catch it and put it in the fridge? You're going to catch a lemon and put it on a table? No. What you going to do with that lemon? And long time they used to make juice. Cut the lemon and squeeze it in a glass, pour a little ice, pour a little sugar, a little bitters. You blend it up there and you drink it. Where you get no lemon juice? Good. So when you hear life throws rocks at you, catch it and heap it up. One day you're going to need those same rocks. How do you think I reach where I am today? The grace of God. Always remember. Always remember that. Always remember that. So, as we start off our program tonight, viewers, remember 238-6716 is the phone line to call in. If you want to voice a comment or an issue or something you want to talk about, 238-6716 from 7 to 8 p.m. is our line to call in the program live. So, there's been another cyber attack in Trinidad and Tobago, and this time it's coming from the Blue Waters Company. Company Chairman Dominic Hadid has now stated that assessments are ongoing into a cyber attack at Blue Water Production Limited, which is the latest local entity to fall victim to a cyber attack. This after the hacking group, Lock by Tree, posted over 10 gigabytes of company information on the dark web over the last few days. Hadid added that the company is currently going through the files posted to the dark web to determine what the breach was available to get. He said, if any concerning information is discovered, it will be reported to affected stakeholders as per the company protocol. Senior cyber security lecturer and forensic investigator Shiva Parashram described the attack as the current deadliest and most aggressive group in the world, which typically targets large companies. Viewing the leaked data on the dark web, Parashram said a significant range of data was posted. However, he said he did not do a deep dive into the information because it is a private sector company and he did not want to intrude or run afoul with the law. He said the hacker used aggressive tactics and does not skimp on their approach. These groups are also known for leaving backdoors to get companies open. Now, when you hack and you come out, you're not closing, you're leaving it open. Why? For further attacks. That is what they do. So Trinidad and Tobago Blue Water is the latest company to be under the cyber attack in Trinidad and Tobago after numerous local entities fell victim to cyber attack, like the Office of the Attorney General, courts, and TSTT. So remember that, viewers, hacking is taking place now. Companies in Trinidad and Tobago are being hacked. So whatever amount of money you have to pay for a firewall to secure your business, please do it. Please do it. Well, we run a financial institution. I mean, I can spend money to make sure data is protected, as a man will spend money. That's one thing with me. So, moving along. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is cautioning that the report from the Commissioner of Inquiries into the death of 4 divers while they were doing maintenance work on an underwater pipeline belonging to Paria Fuel Trading may not be made public. Why? Why it will not be made public? What you're going to do? You're going to damage your company reputation? 4 people dead. 4 people is dead. On top of that, taxpayers' money is being spent to get that report. And Trinidad and Tobago have been rallying around this Commissioner of Inquiries for quite some time. For quite some time. So, Mr. Prime Minister, the best thing for the government to do is to let the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago know what actually caused those divers to die. We, the citizens, deserve that much. You know why? Because it's taxpayers' money that going to pay individual to do this report. The government is spending taxpayers' money, and taxpayers' money is citizens' money. It is not Keith Rowley money. It is not the government money. It is tax-paying citizens that contribute to tax. That money is spending. And once taxpayers' money is spending, the public ought to know what is right from what is wrong. The public ought to know whether the company had faults or the company didn't have faults. The public have a right to know whether safety protocol was in place or safety protocol was not in place. You will tell me 4 people die in a company and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago cannot know the information that cost this country millions of dollars? Come Prime Minister, come Prime Minister. Do we have a good lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago to file a writ of the Freedom and Information Act for information? Do we have a lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago that is going to stand with the family to say to the Prime Minister, hey, we wanted to go public, my husband died. My husband died, and as a citizen of this country that pays tax, that all you take and pay people to do the inquiry. Before divers, families should get together, and there should be an attorney to represent them in Trinidad and Tobago to make sure that that information goes public. Take what I'm telling you. Don't hide nothing. If the company needs to shut down, it needs to shut down. If the company have to pay, they have to pay. It just can't go under the carpet. Come on, Prime Minister. If that was your family, what you would have do? If that was your brother, what you would have do? If that was your wife, brother, what you would have do? And you would have want the citizen to know if the company neglected safety or not. The right thing is the right thing, Prime Minister. The right thing is the right thing. Not because you have friends and family in Paria, which means you go try and duck the information from the public. No. Nah. Not like that. So listen to this video of you.
We received eventually the report of the Lynch Commission of Inquiry, and immediately I did receive a very impertinent request from a member of the media asking me whether I thought the report should be made public immediately before it has been basically tampered with by the cabinet. I find that to be an impertinence. The cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago is the place where the business of the people of Trinidad and Tobago is conducted by responsible representatives. That's how I see it, that's how we know it. And if a commission of inquiry is working, a lot of people had a lot to say while the evidence was being taken, and the government allowed it to happen. We didn't influence any of it. In fact, at least initially the government's position was to go very quickly with a technical investigation. We get to the bottom of it. There was an argument that no, this one will put under the carpet and this one would protect Paria. That was it. A commission of inquiry had to be had. We agreed to that. Commission of inquiry. $15 million of probably legal fees mostly, right? But the bottom line is a commission of inquiry was allowed to sit unimpeded, gather evidence, come to conclusions, and eventually the report came.
So $15 million and nobody cannot know anything. $15 million of taxpaying citizen money spent on this commission of inquiries, and Trinidad and Tobago should not know nothing. So how would we know, Mr. Prime Minister, if the company is at fault for safety? How would we know that? Did 4 divers die in vain? Who is going to hold the company responsible? This was shocking to Trinidad and Tobago. And by rights, the citizen of this country needs to know what the hell took place. The citizen of this country wants to know if liability must be paid. The company needs to pay it. The citizen of Trinidad and Tobago wants to know what was the cause of these divers dying. What actually caused this? That could have been my brother. Mr. Prime Minister, that could have been your brother. That could have been your father, brother, or your father cousin. That could have been your cousin. You know, as a man is talking, when you hear I started talking, I want something done, which means we want done, you know. It's not no if and maybe, you know. It's let the information go to the public. Because I will tell you something, eh? I will tell you something, Prime Minister. Anand Ram Logan, Gerard Ramdeen, they are prominent lawyers in Trinidad and Tobago, and they should file for the Freedom of Information Act and make that document go public. Yep. That is how easy it is. Like I said, not because you have friends in high places or friends in Paria, which means the document can't go public. Watch how we going to make it public, eh? Watch out. See. So, he added that as soon as the cabinet receives it, the document will then look to lay in it the appropriate place, and he will trust that the legal conundrums will be worked out as we go forward. Rowley said, so this question about the report being sanitized is absolutely nonsense. Because there is no intention whatsoever to have anything done to the report in the context of sanitizing and protecting A, B, C, or D. Listen to this.
And I trust that it doesn't matter how anxious one is, that you'll allow the cabinet to receive it, and as soon as the cabinet would have received it, the cabinet will take steps to lay it in the appropriate place as soon as possible. It's going to the cabinet will look at it, and it will come to the parliament at the earliest. So this question about the report being sanitized, that's the word, sanitized. Absolute nonsense. There's no intention whatsoever to have anything done to the report in the context of sanitizing and protecting A, B, C, or D. The report goes to the responsible body, which is the cabinet, and it will then move on to the parliament, and I trust the legal conundrums will be worked out as we go forward.
So Trinidad and Tobago, explaining that possible legal challenges, he noted as an example the report from the Clico inquiry, which never made it to parliament. I will tell you something. You see that report, they never wanted to lay it in parliament. So what the Prime Minister talking about, it never made it to parliament. They didn't want it to be in the parliament. They didn't want John Public knowing what is taking place with Clico. So the Prime Minister can't come. He cannot come on television and say, well, you know, to the public, well, you know, as an example, that the Clico report never made it to the parliament. They never wanted it in the parliament. I could tell you that they never wanted that report to be read in the parliament. Because you know why? You know why? Tom, Dick and Harry or John Doe in the parliament would hear what took place with Clico. Who owns Train City Mall now? Somebody say something. Who is the owner of Train City Mall? Wasn't Train City part of Clico? All come na man. All of you people stupid outside here? But I will tell you something. If they're stupid, not a problem. You see a man like Saieed on the set, going live Monday to Friday, I will bring the real truth to them. Even though all they think them stupid, I, Saieed, will open their eyes and ears. Or they never wanted the Clico report to be in the parliament. Or they never wanted that. So don't come out in public now and say, oh, it never made it, or they never wanted it to be in the parliament. But I will tell you something. You see, this report, the diverse report, watch how easy they're going to make public. Eh? Watch how easy. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, widows hopeful, but attorney still wants copy of Paria Commissioner for Inquiries after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, only at Real Talk you can get 4% on a fixed deposit. Remember that, with things getting hard, 4% on a fixed deposit, that could help you pay your extra bills. The extra money that you're taking out from your pocket, you could get it on interest. So remember that. Now, back to our program. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed announced of the public release of the Commissioner of Inquiry report into Paria's diving tragedy has sparked hope among families who are praying and waiting on that report, and says will be released without alterations or omissions. Now, Vanessa, the wife of diver Rishi Nagasar, was overwhelmed with emotion upon learning that the report would finally be presented to the cabinet and then to the public. Vanessa said, after 21 months of torment, she expects the Prime Minister to contact the families and assure them that there would be a full disclosure of the report. She said, I want the Prime Minister and Paria managers to come home and see how empty my house is. There is no joy in my home anymore. She also said her 4-year-old son constantly looked out for his father to come home, and added that losing a sole breadwinner in the household has been difficult. Meanwhile, attorney Prakash Ramada, who is representing the family, said he expected the report to go to the cabinet, but questioned how soon the report will be made public. You see? Same thing I'm saying. Same thing I'm saying. Some attorney now should press forward for freedom of information. Freedom of information, meaning you will get the document, you will get the report of the commission of inquiries, but it's how you treat with it. After you get it, make it public. Make it public. So Trinidad and Tobago will understand. Now, saying the Prime Minister can convene any special cabinet meeting, Ramadan said he hoped that a report would reach cabinet before this Christmas. He said legal action would be filed before the 2nd anniversary of the diver's death. Imagine, 2nd anniversary, yeah? 2nd anniversary. It's sad, you know, it's sad, you know. Trinidad and Tobago rallied for this, you know. Millions of dollars was spent behind this, you know. And you're going to tell me the citizens don't have a right to know what took place? Switching gears. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and the President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Saieed Ali, have agreed to meet next Thursday with the leadership of the Community of Latin America and the Caribbean states and the CARICOM regarding the escalating row over the disputed oil-rich region of Essequibo. 10 a.m. December 14th. Meeting will be held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines under the auspices of CELAC and CARICOM, who have considered it necessary and desirable. The meeting comes on the heel of CARICOM's call on Friday to both leaders of de-escalating of the conflict and appropriate dialogue. Gonzalez reminded both presidents that they are public records of commitment to the Caribbean as a safe zone of peace and maintain of international laws. He said they are also that the government of Venezuela has rejected the path of the ICJ and the modality of the resolution. Gonzalez said many issues will be raised and discussed surrounding the tension of Essequibo region, even as you respect the advice or more of your representatives, people, and parliament, and nations, and assembly. So let's hear what is going to take place with this meeting. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
My friend.
This is the imitation vaccine grievance. A couple of issues I want to talk about, but my most important thing is the Paria report. I hear all kind of mixed signal from my partner, the real vaccine grievance. I hear that he hedging and apparently he doesn't want to lay the report in Parliament. No. How this fits into a police investigation? If for one reason the Commission of Inquiry find someone or somebody or a board responsible for the deaths of those people, I think the police supposed to have already finished the investigation. So if we don't get a report, the police will come up and say, hey,
Correct.
This is manslaughter, this is negligent homicide, something like that. But
Correct.
apparently, the Commissioner of Police is waiting for advice and instruction if to go into the people place for investigation.
Correct.
So the police service have a survey going now. And I want a lot of the citizens to go into that survey and give them a thumbs down. I go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, that's why I'm saying, make it go public. Who have to be charged, let them be charged. Let it go public. 4 divers died. Lack of security, lack of proper equipment, lack of management, lack of OSHA. Let them be charged. If the company has to shut down, shut it down. We're talking about 4 lives, you know. We're talking about a widow who is telling the public that her child looks out for her father every day. And then the Prime Minister will want to say, no, we're not going to make it public. No, boy, all you have to be thinking about all yourself alone. All you have to be thinking about all yourselves alone. The opposition is being accused by Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali for going against the people of Guyana. His comment comes after the United National Congress leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar reiterated calls for the government to mediate in a dispute over the Essequibo territory during a recent interview. Rowley criticized the opposition commentary on the matter, calling it a direct contradiction of Guyana desires. Remember, Guyana told Trinidad, or let me pull back that statement. I will withdraw that. Jack, they were told, believe it's the Prime Minister, keep all the refinery, we don't want it. We go build we own. The government of the day cannot boost agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago, but they want to go and sell a module for Guyana. Let's talk now. Now, he stated that the people of Guyana are firm in their position. Guyana does not encourage any and does not require its problem to be dealt with by an mediation with Venezuela at this time. Rowley just defended Venezuela. Now I'm going to tell you something. Our energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali, Minister in the Ministry of Energies, I believe it's Stuart Young, they are going to defend Venezuela. You know why I'm saying that? Dragon gas. Right now they are in negotiation. With who? Which country? Venezuela. For what? The dragon field. Are you forgetting or what? You think Rowley is going to go? Excuse. You think Dr. Rowley, you think Stuart Young is going to go to Guyana? When Jack will tell them all to keep all the refinery? You think, hey, Trinidad and Tobago, you think they are going to go there to negotiate? No, they will not go there. They are not welcome there. I wouldn't say welcome, you know. But the Guyanese government, they want nothing to do with prime ministers from Trinidad. Not even the energy department. You know why? We can't even help them. We can't help ourselves. You think they're going to help them? So this administration at governing Trinidad and Tobago, they're leaning on Venezuela's side because there's a negotiation taking place right now. If Maduro wants to storm Guyana, you think our Prime Minister is going to get in? No, he is not going to get in. Because why? We are in negotiation with Maduro presently. So what Guyana have and Venezuela have, let me tell you something, this government not going to step in. CARICOM could tell them what they want. They're not going to step in. Listen to this video.
There's a place for trust in dealing with leaders, international officials, and there's a place for doing business. And they're not really qualifying me as any expert in mental health or truth bar. What I can tell you is that Trinidad and Tobago's position is that we maintain good, honest and direct relationships with all our neighbors, including Venezuela. And we conduct ourselves on certain principles.
Hello?
Saeed, pleasant good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Saeed, you see how the Prime Minister, very insultive, how you could tell the UNC, shut up. They are part of the government.
Correct.
But you see, when Rowley likes somebody, he likes them. You see how he ain't like Gary Griffith? You see, he and Maduro is two peas in a pod. They have their citizens suffering. So they are bodies. You understand? Next thing is these guys that drowned under in the tunnel there. When it first happened, I called in and I mentioned this is going to drag on and eventually be swept under the carpet if those people's family don't hire lawyers from outside. These lawyers here, I ain't saying they ain't good, you know, but when Rowley pass a little dinero, everybody going to prolong this thing. These people have nothing. The breadwinners are gone, and nobody seems to care. You see how long this gone? They take months to have inquiries. You hear how much millions of dollars they spend to eat and drink and to inquire? Inquire what? Saieed, what them was really inquiring? Bottom line, the people drowned, they suffocate, they were murdered. They were murdered. And everybody high in authority living life comfortable, like normal, like nothing happened, while these children suffering, their wives suffering, and they cannot see, I mean, the money can't bring them back.
Correct.
But at least the people will live comfortably. And this is what this government would not do. So they better be very careful and get up and open their eyes and be on the Prime Minister office and Whitehall and everywhere they could think possible to make sure that they are being compensated to the best so they can live happily ever after. Thank you, Saieed.
Thank you, my dear. So now, viewers, listen to this, The Prime Minister also responded to Guyana Vice President Barra Jagde, who urged TNT to be careful of Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro. Jagde retorted that Maduro was untrustworthy. However, Rowley said despite this advice, he will put his best foot forward and continue a working relationship with Maduro. Listen to this.
There's a place for trust in dealing with leaders, international officials, and there's a place for doing business, and they're not really qualifying me as any expert in mental health or truth bar. What I can tell you is that Trinidad and Tobago's position is that we maintain good, honest and direct relationships with all our neighbors, including Venezuela. And we conduct ourselves on certain principles.
Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, I'm calling from Tunapuna.
Welcome.
Right. Saieed, let me tell you something. If people want to believe anything Keith Rowley say, they have to be really stupid. Because when you talk about you're not shutting down Petrotrin, the email gate, all these things that it should just go to show you. Because where is the president in this whole scenario? Because it's the president who called for this thing based on pressure on her, and the report was submitted to the president. Did you hear the president by any chance say that she received the report so far, Saieed? We have heard nothing from her. And then Keith Rowley is telling people, one would have expected if you received this report since last week, your cabinet should have done review that already and bring it to the parliament, call an emergency session in parliament and have that tabled. But you have not done that. You're playing games and you prolonging the agony. And Saieed, let me tell you something, friend. This thing warrants something of the International Criminal Court. Not the International Court of Justice, the International Criminal Court
ICC.
in The Hague. Because here's why. This is state-sponsored murder, where the state failed to act. You understand? And people from within the government who they appoint to run this thing, and all this resulted as a result of the closure of Petrotrin, you know, Saieed. And where they put the cohort and the partner and thing to run this show and heritage, resulting in this. But I am calling on the thing. This matter should have been tabled already in Parliament. You understand what I'm saying, Saieed?
Yes.
And we cannot allow Keith Rowley and him to sanitize that, because I'm telling you this. They will come with all kind of flimsy excuse and say that they don't want to present it to the parliament because people could be sued and all kind of, and it could have legal implication and what have you. But I am calling on Prakash Ramara and them to pressure the government. Let this matter be tabled. Don't tell me as soon as possible. When as soon as possible, Saeed, you could take your time and just as with the Clico report and whatnot. We want us to immediately, this week, because as I said, you had this for a little while now in your possession. And you and your cabinet should have done deliberate over this already. But is it something that you're trying to hide? And all you don't want to bring it to the parliament. You understand? And this is something, you know, you had to look at the whole issue with the Maduro business. Keith Rowley is back on Maduro 100%. You know why, Said? Because he is saying that he is not going to make any statement that could have conflict and whatnot. And then he's also saying on the next hand, they're not calling for any sanctions against Maduro. So you see what this fellow is really doing? And I hope when President Irfan Ali, when they reach to the pinnacle of the thing, and all these CARICOM countries, because this is a twofold issue, you know, side. One, you have the CARICOM heads.
Thank you, my friend.
Hello, Said.
Thank you. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But before we go for that break, I want to send condolences to the family of Naresh Sicharan, also known as Harry, from QREP. Now, Harry never misses my program. Never misses my program. But I have a little story to give you of what happened in Mount Hope Hospital when Harry went. But I wouldn't tell you that tonight. I won't tell you that tonight. So the funeral service of Harry is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Spring Village in QREP. Those friends and family who didn't know about it, well, tonight you know. So get your suit, your clothes in order to attend his funeral tomorrow for a final farewell. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break now, but when we come back, you're going to hear citizen calls for the PM to lead in the fight against crime after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Grooney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember Trinidad and Tobago. There is no other place in this country where you can get the highest interest rate on a fixed deposit other than Real Talk. We offer you 4% on a fixed deposit at our company. 4%. How does 4% work? Now let me explain this to you. You will have a stash of fund in a financial institution set on a fixed deposit, which we would say on a fixed investment. And they will give you 1%, 2% per year or per annum, meaning 12 months. So let's just say you have 100,000 on a fixed deposit for 5 years at another financial institution and you're getting 2% per year. 2% is only $2,000 on your $100,000. So in every 12 months, you're collecting $2,000 on $100,000. Now, at Real Talk, with the same $100,000 now, you could get 4%, meaning $4,000. $4,000 on the same $100,000. And in 5 years, viewers, you're going to get $20,000 instead of $10,000. Doesn't that sound nice? Where are you going to get that extra $10,000? No other places but Real Talk. No other places but Real Talk. So when you want to make an investment, choose us. Choose Real Talk. That's $10,000 more you're getting. Now you don't have to put 100 in. You could put more than that, you know. The more you put is the more you get in return. So that is why I'm advising you, set up a fixed deposit with Real Talk. Now Real Talk is expanding the finance and investment department of Real Talk Group of Companies into Guyana. So you see, how much financial institution is of the Caribbean other than commercial banks? Nobody else but. So look at that. And we started in Guyana. Why? That is where the good Lord has blessed me to go. So there I will be. And what's going to happen? Am we going to grow in Guyana also? Yeah. So, back to our program. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP, Alicia Henry, is now promising San Fernando shoppers and business owners a safe Christmas season. A safe Christmas season. Henry and a contingent of officers from the Southern Division and Municipal Police walked along High Street, meeting and speaking with business owners and shoppers while distributing pamphlets with crime safety tips. Accompanying the officers was San Fernando Mayor Robert Paris and President of the Greater San Fernando Area Chambers of Commerce, Kiran Singh. You know, Saturday they had the South Chamber had a Christmas dinner. I was invited, but Saturday night was so hectic, I couldn't even make it. So Kiran Singh, thank you so much for the invitation. I did send a sum of money for the best door prize. I did send some cash for the best door prize and so, but nevertheless, Henry is promising a safe Christmas. Safe Christmas. However, Henry, who is in charge of the South Central and Southwestern Division, said their Christmas plan was officially launched yesterday, and she promised an increased presence of officers on the street and joint patrol with the Army. Well done. Well done. Mayor Paris said the city of San Fernando Corporation is expected a safe Christmas into Carnival season. Singh said he was pleased that there would be joint police and army patrol and was told there would be uncovered officers on the streets also. Well, undercover police officers. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are hoping for a safe Christmas throughout our country. I mean, it's Christmas. Lots of people are on the breadline. Lots of people want expensive things for Christmas and are not working. One thing my father used to always say, and my grandfather used to always tell me this. Never hang your hat where you have to take a crook stick to choke it off. Never. And I've never done that thus far. Never done that. So, according to Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police, Alicia Henry, we wish her all the best and hope that everything's work out for the South, Central, and Southwestern Division. UNC leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar has called on the government to give the promised food card to MPs to give to the less fortunate, and she also warned her MPs not to use the same food card and hampers to gain political support for themselves. Well done, Kamala. She stated that she is awaiting the government distribution of the food card that were promised since no word was given by the government. Persad-Bissessar called on the government to give the promised food cards to every MP, and she asked opposition MPs to give to the less fortunate. Listen to this.
We have not had any word from government about the food cards that they promised. As Monilal told us, Rowley absconded, so the whole government collapsed. So today I'm calling on the government to give the promised food cards to every MP in this country. Every single MP. And I ask the opposition MPs, when you get these food cards, and of course their own hampers that you will raise to give out, to give to the less fortunate. I want to make it clear that these food cards, should you get them, must go to people who need them. These cards and hampers should be not used for politicking, to leverage, to gain political support for yourself. Please treat the less fortunate with respect and dignity. If any MP or their staff tells you that you need to support that MP politically to get a hamper or food card, please call or message me ASAP and we will deal with it right away.
That is why I call our leader. If anybody under her administration is holding back on food cards or hampers, give the lady a call and she will sort it out. Persad-Bissessar said, they have these hampers and food cards because persons vote for it, and the only requisite needed is that you must be in need of that hamper or food card. She noted that food shouldn't be used as a political tool to gain support, and called for every MP within the PNM opposition to distribute these cards to the needy. Listen to it.
They will only have these hampers and food cards. Why? Because you voted for them to put them there. And you're only there because they are MPs of United National Congress. They will have none of this if they were not MPs of the UNC. The only prerequisite you need is that you must be in need of that hamper or that food card. So food should not be used as a political tool to gain support. That is why I call for every single MP, whether PNM opposition, that the government should distribute these food cards ASAP so we can get it out to people in need.
So Trinidad and Tobago, the lady have said it. If any one of our MPs is given problems with food card, or as a matter of fact, if you know that the MP have cards and you go to them and say they do not have any, or you know that they have and they're not giving you, call Kamala. Kamala said, call her and she will deal with it. That's what they're saying. Call me and I will deal with it. Me, I just light it up on television. Oh, by the way, I have a guy looking for a guy, you know, on a vehicle. But I didn't get the picture in time. But nevertheless, tomorrow I'm going to light him up. He have a Vigo. And he want to play running and he ducking and he hiding now. But tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago, tomorrow is Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we go put up the individual. We go put up the Vigo. He come, he say, he going to do a surgery. You know, he want to get me back my money now. You know? And he want to get my van now. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, tomorrow night I'll go see the individual. The individual love to watch my show too, you know. But tomorrow you will see himself on the program. So viewers, as a reminder again, Real Talk Finance and Investment will be opening its doors in Guyana come January 2024. And I urge you, this is of Trinidad and Tobago. Times are getting hard. And you have your finance put down in a financial institution and you're not getting a proper investment that you want. You're not. You have money to invest, contact me. I will show you how to multiply your money. How do you think Real Talk expanding finance and investment? We're not opening a company in our next country to supply them with cars and trucks or food or tire. No, we're not in that. We're into finance. We're into the money game. Well, I won't say that money game, you know, but that's my business. Finance is my business. I'm an accountant. I'm a traveling businessman. I speak 6 different languages. I also do spiritual work. I was blessed from in my mother's womb. So viewers, we have about 1 minute on our program tonight, but I want to encourage you. Make the right decision. Why settle for $2,000 when you could get $2,000 more? So that's $4,000 per year. And 5 years, it's $10,000 more than what you're getting. So it's $20,000 you're getting in 5 years. Now I'll tell you something. The more money you invest, the bigger your interest is. Remember that. So viewers, I'm Saieed Ali. You're viewing Real Talk with Saieed. We're out of time for tonight, but a rerun of this program is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And we'll be right back here on another night for another live show, Real Talk with Saieed. Good night.